Woohoo! We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deep in Love Talks. And tonight we have our guest, Josey Milner, who I believe is only 18.
Actually, I'm freshly 19. I just turned 19 on the 19th. So,
Nice. Happy
kind
birthday.
of, thank you.
We are so excited to have you here. I actually have quite a few teenagers watching this call live tonight. So, hopefully, it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Okay, Josie, we're just gonna get started. We have 20 minutes, I believe, tonight. So let's just dive straight in. Where are you from?
I am from Kansas City, Missouri. I've grown up here. I'm actually about 45 minutes east of Kansas City. But everyone knows where Kansas City is, so that's what we go with. So, I'm born and raised here. This is what I know. This is where I've been. So.
Nice. And tell us a few of your hobbies.
Oh goodness. Well, it kind of depends on my mood. I think the top of the list, I love to bake. Unfortunately, I've not had time to bake lately, but I do love to bake. So, cupcakes are kind of my thing. And then I love riding horses. I kind of grew up doing that, so that's one thing I definitely enjoy doing. And I love hanging out with friends and family anytime I get a chance to. So, it just kind of depends on what I feel like doing.
Nice. I've actually had two horse hiccups incidences, and I refuse to get back on a horse now. I'm like, they're nice
Oh
over there. Yeah. Once I fell
no!
off
Oh,
into a pile of manure. Ugh. And the other time I
oh yeah.
fell off. Yeah, no thank you. The other time
Um,
I fell off attempting to jump a stone wall, and it didn't go very well. So I ended up in
oh my
crutches, but it
God.
was a cases. Yeah, so I'm kind of done with the
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah, I say there are probably some instances where I don't know if I'd be getting back on either. Yeah, that's probably pretty bad. Fortunately, I haven't had to do anything like that, or I haven't had anything like that happen to me, so I'm good. Crossing my fingers, nothing like that will happen, but you know, you never know.
Okay, so you are a singer,
Mhm.
and you play guitar?
I kind of play guitar. I can play chords on a guitar. I can't full-fledged go to a show and play, so halfway. So
Nice. So I've been actually listening to a couple of your songs. I believe Cowgirls is one, and then Not Pretty Enough.
yes.
Can you tell me what inspired you to write the song Pretty Enough? I actually listened to it a few times today, and it is absolutely beautiful. I had the chills the first time I listened to it, and I posted a
Aw.
snippet on my Instagram, so I absolutely love it.
Well, thank you. Unfortunately, I did not write that song. It was actually wrote by a lady named Casey Chambers. She's an
Okay.
Australian artist. She was the original person of that song. And, that song was actually found by my manager, Michael. He sent it over as, like, here, this is a really good song. Do you like it? What do you want to do with it? And, of course, like you said, it just kind of gives you chills because it just has a really good meaning behind it. And so, we went in and we did it, and the final product was unbelievable. I was so happy with it. And we released it, and people just really love what it stood for. So yeah, I'm very proud of that one. It definitely did really well for my career. It went number one on a couple things, and it got some award show recognition, and it did really well.
Did the theme of the lyrics, do they resonate with you? Is that something you've been through or experienced or had to overcome?
I don't know if they've necessarily have pertained to me. I think but then again, I have to say, I think every girl at one point in time has to, it just stops and kind of considers, am I good enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I ever going to be able to amount to anything? And I think kind of anyone can connect to that, to not being sure of themselves. But I've just been raised to always be positive with yourself and to always know that you're going to be capable of such amazing things. And so I've been fortunate to not really have dealt with anything like that. I mean, like I said, I think anyone has pretty much gone through that point in time where they've questioned themselves. So I think it's just a really good, relatable song, and yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go back to the very beginning. When did you start singing?
Yes, well, I've actually always been singing, and I never really performed on a stage. It was just something that I was in the car doing, or you just kind of caught me doing it, or something like that. And but actually, in 2010, I was invited to sing at the National Steel Guitar Convention. I was invited by someone that actually heard me sing the national anthems at my rodeos that I used to do. I did a rodeo for 8 years before I got into music, so that's where things kind of really tied in. But I was invited to sing, like I said, the National Steel Guitar Convention, and I was able to sing on the main stage there. It was a whole new experience for me. I never really performed on a stage like that before, but I got up there and I loved it. I loved the feeling of it. I loved being in front of the crowd, and I loved being able to perform for people. And it was just a feeling that I didn't want to let go. And afterwards, whenever I got off, I had quite a few people coming up to me like, "Hey, we really enjoyed that. You're pretty good." And at the time I was 14, going on 15, and I was still fairly young with it. So for people to be like, "Yeah, it was really good," I was like, thanks. And I had a couple people tell me that I should try the career because they think they could see me going really far with it. And to have people tell you that at such a young age, like, should we pay attention to this? And I was talking to my parents, like, hey, they just went and told me this. What do you guys think? And they jumped on board with me, and they've pretty much supported every decision I've ever wanted to do, and they really, of course, supported this one. And my mom and I just started asking questions and doing research, and things have gone crazy from there.
That's awesome. So is singing in the genes in the family?
It's not. We honestly do not know where it came from. No one in my family sings, and everyone's played sports, which I can't stand. So I'm the oddball of the family. But it's really good. I've had a lot of support throughout everything, so it's okay.
Oh, that's awesome. So did you receive training? Did you go through?
I have not.
Not
I have
yet?
not, honestly. I did choir all 4 years of high school, and that'd be kind of the only training I guess I can consider. I've never actually went to a vocal coach or anything like that, so it's all self-taught. I'll just put some headphones in, I'll just listen to some music and try to figure out how they do, say, a run of their voice or try to do some effect that they do, and I'll work on it until I can get it. So it's all self-taught.
That's awesome. So I can imagine, are you in high school still, or did you just complete high school?
I just completed high school. I actually just started college. I started college on my birthday, so I've been going for a week and a day now. So,
Nice, you're freshly
yeah.
in. So how do you juggle all these responsibilities?
In high school, I think there was times that it got pretty complicated, but I've always been really good with time management. It's just something that I've always been capable of, and that was really, I think, the key to being so successful with it while being in high school. I just always made sure I had my work done before I went anywhere, and if I had to leave for, say, a week or so for a radio tour or something, I would get my work done before I left. And I think that's kind of what really helped me kind of maintain everything. And now that I'm in college, of course, I'm going to have more free time than what I did in high school. So far, things are doing good. But, time management has definitely just been the key to everything.
So talking to teenagers, what's something you could give to them as advice to continue to follow their dreams, but they need to stay in school. They need to, do the things that their parents are asking them to do. So it sounds like you're talking about don't do procrastination, do things right away. What sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
advice would you give to other people who are looking to pursue their dreams, but are also have the daily tasks of life?
Yeah, definitely like what you just said. Just get stuff done whenever you get it. Don't put it off. Just get it done and get it out of the way. And, for anyone that's really just wanting to go through and follow their dreams and do something that they really want to do, just go for it. I never expected for my music to take off like it has. I never expected to be doing so well with things. And, to have all the chances and all the opportunities that I'm able to have, it's truly unbelievable. And, it's just because I pushed through everything. Along the way, I've always had people be like, oh, you're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to be able to do any of that. But, you just got to push through to it. And, it's just something that I knew that's what I wanted, and I knew I had to work, and I had to put a lot of dedication, a lot of time into it. And, it's really starting to pay off. So, just be dedicated and be passionate and just make sure you get things to work out. Because if you really want it, you will get things to work out.
That's awesome. So you would agree that we always make time for what's important.
Exactly. Yes. There was times where I couldn't say go hang out with friends or go see a movie because I either had to work on homework or I had something else I needed to do. But in the end, it's be able to pay off because I'll be able to say, hey, all this hard work I put into it, now look where I'm at. So, like I said, there was times where it could get pretty kind of upsetting, but I went through it and I got through everything, and it's going good. So you just gotta go.
Nice. So I was reading that you are part of an anti-bullying campaign. Can you tell me how you got started with that? What it is that you do exactly? Fill us in with that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like we were talking about, "Not Pretty Enough," that song actually kind of led to me becoming a spokesperson for Angels and Doves, which is a national nonprofit bullying organization. And they go around, they talk to schools about bullying and what you can do and how to handle the situation and who to get involved. And they're just doing a lot of amazing things. And they have a bullying book that they can hand out to people, and they have a hotline people can call. And they're just really trying to make a difference because bullying is kind of such a big deal anymore. And I'm definitely really proud to be a part of them. I've never been bullied myself, but it is something that I have witnessed. And every time I see it, I always have to be like, stop, hey, this is not necessary. And so I just thought it was a really great thing. So whenever I got the opportunity, I was so proud and so blessed for it. And unfortunately, I've not been able to go to the schools with them yet. But now that I'm having more time myself, we're hoping that maybe this year I'll be able to go with them to actually talk to schools as well. So, there's a really great organization. I'm definitely really proud to be a part of them.
That's awesome. What snippet could you give to someone who is being bullied right now?
Definitely. I think for anyone who's being bullied, just talk to someone. Let someone know what is going on. Don't let yourself feel like you're the only one that's dealing with it because you're not. And, communication is just kind of the key thing to bullying, period. For the person who is bullying the other person, talk to someone. Why are you doing this? Is there a reason behind it? Is there something that you're upset about? And then, of course, like I just said, for someone that's being bullied, go to talk to someone. Let someone know so they can either get help or they can step in themselves so the situation can be taken care of. Because you don't want someone to feel like they're the only one that's there, and they want to be able to know that they can count on someone, and just talk to someone because I promise someone will be there to help you.
That's awesome. I love it. I love your energy. You
Mhm.
are working with the Shriners Children's Hospital in St. Louis?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I actually was just there this past weekend. I'm a Shriners kid myself, and the Shriners organization, they raise money to help pay for children's medical needs. And whenever I've actually been a patient with them since I was 5 years old. I have congenital scoliosis, which means my spine looks like an S. Well, it did. Whenever I was 13, I actually had surgery, and the Shriners paid for all of it. It was $200,000, and the Shriners paid for every single penny of it. And so I'm part of them now. I'm a patient ambassador, and I just go around and I talk about what the great things they do and miracles that they show. And that's definitely another thing I'm really proud to be a part of because they're a great organizations really trying to make a difference. And they change lives every day, and I'm one of the lives that they changed. And if it wasn't for them, my family definitely would be kind of swamped in medical bills. So we're really appreciative of them. I'm really appreciative of them, and so be able to talk about them and kind of brag about them makes me happy.
Aw, that is awesome. That is really cool. Let's talk about a couple of your number one hits. I believe Cowgirls. Now,
Yeah,
did you write that song?
I did not. That's so
Oh,
sad. No, no. This song is actually another. This song was actually another one that my manager is like, hey, look at this one. We've actually looked at it before, and we kind of had it on the back burner because we couldn't decide if we wanted to do it. But like I mentioned, I did do the rodeo for 8 years, so I thought it'd be a song that could really kind of represent myself. And so we went ahead and did it, and I had so much fun recording this one. It was completely different than Not Pretty Enough. It was just really upbeat and fun. And, so whenever I released it, it did super well. It went #1 on the Independent Country Music Internet charts. It went number 74 on Music Row, and I was really proud of it. And it's still even on some charts today, along with Not Pretty Enough. So for it to hang on this long and do so good, it's really exciting. So
aw, that is awesome. So, what upcoming projects do you have in the works that you're allowed to disclose to us?
Yeah, we actually have a couple things that we're working on right now. We're working on getting my next single out there. We're hoping in September, but things have been kind of crazy, with me starting college and getting schedules all figured out. But we're definitely getting my next single out there. It's called Down by the Bonfire, and it's going to be a really good tie-in with Cowgirls, so I'm really excited for that one. And then we're also working on an EP. We'll hopefully be having that out by the end of this year, coming up next year. And I'm really excited for that. Well, we have all the songs on it for it except for one, and we're thinking the last one my producer and I are probably going to write. So I will be able to write one of my songs. But, I'm really excited for it, and, of course, just keep performing out and just kind of making a name for myself. We're always having new things coming up, so there's always something new in the works. But for right now, those were the main things.
That's awesome. So where are we going to see Josey in 5 years? What are your long-term goals? Where do you want to go with this? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I think in 5 years, definitely just hopefully be kind of a well-known radio name or something that you hear on the radio all the time, or just kind of a well-established artist. And even if it's not in 5 years, as long as it comes sometime, I think I'll be really happy with it. But I think of course the dream with the music is to be on the radio all the time and to be having your own tour and a headline tour. And so that's something we're definitely working towards. And of course, I really hope it happens. But you never know. It's just super exciting stuff. I'm always getting all these new opportunities every day and getting to meet these amazing people and kind of make really good connections. So it's getting closer and closer, and things are looking pretty good.
That is so cool. I saw a couple of your videos have over 200,000 hits. Do you feel like you have a lot of, that you're a face for the younger generation, that a lot of people look up to you, that are following you, that pay attention?
Yeah, I definitely hope so. I've always tried to be a good role model to people, girls and guys, no matter what. I try to be kind of a positive message, be like, hey, I started out with nothing and look where I'm at today. And, all throughout high school, I definitely know I had a lot of people be like, hey, this is kind of awesome that you're able to do this, and also be an average teenager too. So, it's really exciting stuff. And like I said, I just try to be the best role model that I can be. I always make sure that what decision I choose is going to be a good decision and will impact people, make a good impression on people. So that's definitely, as long as I can keep performing with music and make people happy, then I think that'll be the best thing.
That's awesome. You seem like a very happy-go-lucky, positive person. Do you associate that to pure luck, or do you have some sort of like a life mantra or a rule you live by, whether it's, I choose happiness every day, or I am blessed, or I feel lucky? What is it that keeps you smiling? Because I look through your Instagram, I look through your posts online, and you always seem very happy.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a combination of everything you said. I mean, I always feel like I'm lucky for all the things I'm able to do, and blessed as well, because, I never expected to be able to have all the chances and the opportunities that I've been able to have. And so, whenever I look back and see everything that I've been able to accomplish already, I can't do anything but smile, because there's just so many amazing things that I've been able to accomplish so far. And, I've had a lot of really great support along the way, too, so of course that keeps me really upbeat and really happy, too. And, I just kind of start the day off saying, hey, it's going to be a good day, nothing's going to go wrong, and even if it does, I'll put in some music and I'll start smiling again, because, I try to stay really positive with things. Of course, there's always going to be a time just, oh, I don't know what to do, how do I handle this, or anything like that, but, like I said, just try to stay positive and really just kind of get through things, and knowing that there's going to be a really good thing at the end of the tunnel.
That's awesome. I actually have a guest messaging and a question right now, so I'm going to put you on the spot with this, and I feel like it's right along the line you're just talking about. There is someone asking, as far as the haters and the things that get in people's way of moving forward, I call it noise. How do you handle it when it happens? Do you have a personal routine?
I actually don't. I don't have a personal routine. If I see a message or I see something that someone comments saying anything bad about my career, about my music, or about me, I really don't even pay attention to it, because I have so many amazing people that have been there supporting me and giving me good comments and good feedback, that's what I focus on. Because I know there's always going to be people out there that don't like me or don't like my music, but there's always people that doesn't like some sort of music or something. So, I just kind of push it out of my mind. Like, they're always gonna have something that they gotta look at or kind of pick at. But like I said, I just kind of push now. I don't pay any mind to it.
That's awesome. I absolutely love your energy. What piece of advice would you give to teenagers then who want to either sing or play an instrument? Especially since you were saying that no one in your family was singing. It wasn't like you were around it all the time, and so you kind of had an in. It looks like you pretty much started out in left field. So what piece of advice could you give people today?
Yeah, I know exactly. I came from a family that had no interest in music, and what I did was in school I started going to choir, and I think that's kind of where things really made me realize, wow, I really love this. But then again, always growing up, I was always asking for CDs for my birthday, or wanting to go to concerts, or want to listen to the radio or something. And if you're interested in music, look it up. Go to YouTube, watch people that's in the industry, learn. There's videos on there that can teach you how to play instruments. So definitely don't let anything hold you back from doing it, and just definitely go for it. Music's an amazing thing. It makes so many people happy. It makes such a difference to so many lives, and even if you don't go professional with it, you can make someone happy with it. So definitely just give it a try. You're gonna love it in the end, I promise.
I love that. I'm going to reiterate something that I feel like you're saying right now, and I don't want our followers to think that you wanted to sing so it just started happening. It sounds like you put in a lot of time and work behind the scenes that the world doesn't really see, but you're in your room listening to songs, to YouTubes, collecting CDs. You're putting in all this time on your own so that when you do have these aha moments and these breakthrough moments and your song hit top charts, people are like, wow, how did that happen? She just came out of nowhere. No, you're putting in a lot of work that not everyone is seeing.
Oh yeah, definitely. And but whenever I first got into this industry, I never expected it to be this hard. I always thought, oh, just go out and sing a couple times and someone's gonna find you, it's gonna be all good. Definitely not how it is. There's definitely so much hard work that goes into it, no matter if it's doing radio interviews or if it's doing written interviews or going through and listening to songs that people want you to record, or, even social media, keeping with social media and just talking to people, be like, hey, this is me. There's definitely a lot of background work that goes into it that a lot of people do not see. And, if I was to give up the first time this is hard, I never would have made it past the first day. So there's definitely, if someone's ever interested in music or anything, there's always going to be times where, like, I don't know about this, but you just got to go through with it. You just got to push through, like, something's going to come out of this, something's going to be good, and it will be good. There will be something that will be good after you go through with it.
Nice. Okay, so where can our followers connect with you? What social media platforms are you on?
Yes, I'm pretty much anywhere. I think the easiest would probably be Facebook. Of course, just search Josey Milner, JOSEYMILNER, and that's my Facebook page, my fan page. Is where I always post my interviews, where my shows are going to be at, and all that fun stuff. And you also find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and then I also have a website, which is www.joseymilnermusic.com. And of course, that's my website that has all my music and everything. And I'm also on iTunes, which you can go purchase my music from iTunes. So I'm everywhere. I try to keep up with social media as much as I can because it makes such an impact on people anymore, to kind of make fans feel like they're included in your career. That's kind of the best thing you can do. So I definitely try to keep up with it as much as I can.
Awesome. Before we leave tonight, because our time is wrapping up really fast, do you have you may not have one because I don't think I had one at 19. So if you don't have one, I'm putting you on the spot. But do you have a quote? Do you have a favorite quote that has always stuck with you that you might want to share with people?
I do, actually. I always say follow your heart and dare to dream, because you just kind of got to follow your heart to everything that you want to do, and you got to dream big. You got to dream huge, even if it seems like it's not going to be able to happen. You got to try, because you never know what things are going to turn out. And I think that's kind of what I live my career by, because I followed my heart. I followed everything that I wanted to do, and I've dreamed huge. Of course, it's a really big dream, and things are really starting to turn out with it. So follow your heart and dare to dream.
I love it. I'm going to say another one for you, too, that I feel like is perfect, and that's a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So here you are, you have this big dream, you have this 1,000 miles you need to go, and you have just been slowly but surely making these single steps every single day.
I love it. It's awesome. It's perfect.
Josey Milner, thank you for being on with us tonight. Maybe one of these days you'll come back and perform for us, sing for us live.
I think we might be able to do
Amazing.
that.
Well, we're going to wrap up. I am so appreciative of you taking your time to join us tonight. And I hope a lot of kids out there are smiling watching you because your energy is so attractive and contagious. So keep smiling, keep it up, and I wish you all the best in your success.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been a blast.
Have a good night from LA.
You too.
Good night, everybody.